Inside Kentucky Golf, of course, produced in partnership with Golf House Kentucky and its family of organizations. Very pleased to be on location today at one of my favorite spots with a good friend of mine. We're at Quail Chase Golf Club, and Dave Kaseheimer is the PGA professional and the general manager here, along with Brenda Daniels. You're going to meet a little bit later with great teachers here. And Dave, first of all, good to see you again, a different site. And I know when you came here, I know your background. You're excited about what you have here at Quail Chase, particularly the flexibility with the 3 distinctive 9.
Oh, definitely. Having 27 holes is a completely different business model to work off of. There's so much more we can do. There's so many different things we can target, whether they be specific customers or specific type of events. It really opens the door up to do a lot more.
One of the things I want people to know, because you're going to meet Brenda Daniels a little later in the show, but you still like to teach. That still is the bottom line to our game. And good golf here, but great teaching as well. I know you both love it.
Yes, definitely. She's very active, a very, very good teacher. In my stay at my last place was I did a lot of teaching down there. I've had a lot of students follow me up here. I think it's something that we can definitely build on. We do have a teaching area down on the back end of the driving range. It's covered. We do have some hitting stalls, and so there's a lot of growth potential available in that area for sure.
Dave's done a great job in a lot of different places, and now here at Quail Chase working with a lot of staff. I think you're going to see a lot of things on the show that's been done already. The weather wasn't great. We're going to have some guests that talk about how you all have been proactive.
The weather wasn't great is an understatement. It's been one of those years, but ownership here has been very proactive in trying to address what everybody's kind of gone through a little bit. They've made a massive investment monetarily into doing some work on the golf course. It's really beginning to show, and I think the people that play golf out here on a regular basis, as well as those that come into town to visit, are going to be very pleasantly surprised and very pleased with the results.
It's all about Quail Chase today. Glad to have you along on Kroger IKG. As I mentioned, you're going to meet some of the people behind the scenes in a way to get a great golf experience here at Quail Chase. We'll be right back. Kroger Inside Kentucky Golf is produced in partnership with Golf House Kentucky and its family of golf organizations, and is sponsored by Kroger and its partners. Florida's Natural Orange Juice, Sparkling Ice, naturally flavored spring water, and by Coke. Kroger IKG is also sponsored by PNC Bank and Quail Chase Golf Club. It's simply the best 27-hole course in the region.
Make the drive to Eagle Trace, Morehead State University's official golf course. Nestled in the lush green splendor of northeastern Kentucky, Eagle Trace is a gently rolling, beautifully wooded public 18-hole golf course designed to challenge the skills of the most seasoned players, yet enjoyable and playable to all golfers. Still the same great golf course, still the same great challenge, still the same great layout, but now with Zoysia fairways. Book your next tee time, outing, or fundraiser at Eagle Trace Golf Course, located just outside of Morehead off I-64 at exit 133.
Let's raise a glass to raising oranges the natural way, right here in Florida. Here's to growing oranges on our own soil, never importing them. To a co-op of growers working hard and having something to show for it. Here's to a built-in afternoon snack. To an office with a view. Who needs air conditioning anyway? Here's to orange juice raised right. The only major orange juice brand that's 100% Florida and never imported. Florida's natural.
Experience the bold side of water. Sparkling ice, bold flavor, 0 calories, perfectly possible.
Welcome to Quail Chase, to 27 holes of spectacular golf. 3 distinct 9s, each with a unique personality and character. From the wide-open links style of the South Course to the woodland beauty of the East 9 and the park-like setting of the West, all in absolutely perfect condition. All waiting for you. Call for tee times or book online. Quail Chase, Country Club Golf for the public golfer.
No two people have the same financial goals. PNC Investments works with you to understand yours and helps plan for your retirement. Talk to a PNC Investments financial advisor today.
This segment of Kroger IKG is brought to you in high definition by Kroger. Glad to have you back in partnership with Golf House Kentucky. Welcome back to another edition of Kroger Inside Kentucky Golf. Very pleased to be at beautiful Quail Chase Golf Club today, celebrating their 25th anniversary. Beautiful 3 separate nines here, and they're in good shape. We're going to talk about particulars of golf surfaces with a gentleman that knows an awful lot of it after 50 years, Lewis Miller. And Lewis, first of all, thanks for being on the show.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
You're the president of the Golf Development Construction. It's been a rough winter, and I know this is a good example of what you guys have had to do. Let's talk about that, and particularly what you've been able to do here at Quail Chase.
Well, the situation that's transpired is the amount of winter kill that we had this year, which a lot of people aren't aware that when you get sub-zero temperatures and no snow cover as we experienced this year, you're going to have kill. And we experienced it this year as we have 4 of the previous times in the history just of Quail Chase. And you have to be very proactive in that situation. What we have done since we felt that we had a really substantial kill going February, going into March, and so we prepared for it. The thing is that the golfer doesn't really like the things that you have to go through. But we're right now in the interim phase. What we have done is basically overseeded all 33 acres of our fairways with an annual ryegrass. This has given us a good playing surface right now. However, we've had to have carts off the paths, or on the paths, excuse me, and that helps the grass to come in, get established. Then starting the first week of June, we will go ahead and sprig the fairways with one of the newer Bermudas, more cold tolerant. It's called Latitude 36. It's an Oklahoma State release. And if anybody hasn't already booked their Bermuda for this year, there is none left on it. It's gone. I mean, every sprig has been spoken for. And a lot of clubs, a lot of golf courses felt that, well, wait a minute, we're not really sustaining the damage. But truly, there's been a tremendous amount. I would say 90 to 100% of the Bermuda has died they call it the I-65 corridor.
Yeah.
And so sub-zero temperatures, no snow cover.
People don't realize how much goes into it. Now, this gentleman I mentioned, not only here at Quail Chase, you've been a long time involvement, over 20 years with Valhalla Golf Club. They've gone through some things, changes, but that comes in a different growing season. You just talked about what happens in the winter. That's been a great project for you, hasn't it?
Yes, it has, and we've been very blessed to be involved with the PGA and also with the Valhalla Golf Club in itself, and I've had the experience of working with them over 20 years, 3 PGAs, 2 seniors, a Ryder Cup, and we're back out there again right now working, and I tell you what, it's going to be just one fantastic course by the time the tournament comes around.
Well, Quail Chase is going to continue to look even better every day because of the things that Lewis mentioned. And Lewis, we want to thank you for being on the show.
One other thing people don't understand, the financial involvement that we have in this project just to get these fairways back and play for the people who play here. Our investment's over $80,000, and that's a tremendous amount that you have to put back into it. But if we don't have grass, people aren't going to show up, and we feel like we are the benchmark for public golf, and we appreciate that.
Well, they certainly got the best here at Quail Chase. Thanks for being on the show. It's been real enlightening for all of us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, one of the things we have each week on the show is called Course Lessons. It happens to be brought to you by Quail Chase, 3 very distinctive nines. Steve, this week, one of the things I want to talk about, we really need to talk about on Course Lessons, is divots. Now, there's a lot of different things to consider in divots. You know what we're talking about. What's the best way to explain them?
Well, Don, I'm glad you asked. You know, on our Twitter this week, that was kind of what led us to that, is at Beach Ball from Moorhead asked us that question. He says, you know, I play so many different types of grass. I play zoysia, I play Bermuda, I play bent. How do I fix all these different divots? Well, the most important thing with the golfers is to do what the golf course wants you to do and fix that divot. If you don't fix that divot, you're going to leave a really ugly scar mark out there in the fairway, and believe it or not, that can actually make your green fee increase because the course is going to have to spend money to fix those types of things. So there's a lot of different ways to fix your divots. When you talk about bent grass, typically the superintendent is going to have sand on your golf cart. They're going to want you to take that sand, fill that divot out, and then make sure you smooth it as smooth as possible. You leave too much sand up there, it presents a rules problem. We don't want to have to get into that. Then you get into other golf courses, you get into zoysia. Zoysia, they typically want you to kind of take your club or take your foot and kind of kick it in around the side and let the grass take over and grow that way. So those are kind of the 2 normal ways of doing that. Another way to that is, you know, if you take a divot out, you can always go take that divot, put it back in the ground. Main thing is, try to make it as good as when you left before you hit that shot, because it can increase your green fees, and it's just care of the golf course. It's just good common courtesy, and we want to take care of those courses the way that we found it.
Promotional consideration provided by Body Shapes Medical. See how you can change the way you feel. Offices in Louisville and Lexington. Check it out at bodyshapesmd.com.
Attention golfers, play 9 premier courses for just $99. Get your 2014 Golf the Bluegrass Tour card today, only on WKYT.com.
Can you hear it? Fueling the American spirit. No matter when, no matter where, Marathon will take you there.
Ah, the home-brewed taste of Gold Peak iced tea. Just one sip of Gold Peak, and you'll feel right at home, like I do. Because there's nothing better than home-brewed taste to bring you home.
Is that Bob from down the street again?
Uh-huh.
What is he up to?
Making himself at home, I guess.
Oh.
The home-brewed taste of Gold Peak iced tea will make you feel at home wherever you are.
I'm PGA professional Colby Wallace, and I've developed a practice program to help you lower your scores. Perfect practice, 1 hour a day to the best golf of your life. For more information, please contact me via my website, www.colbywallace.com.
You know, I just wasn't feeling the way I felt growing up, and I knew some other people that had used Body Shapes Medical, and I saw their results. So I tried it. It's affordable, it's easy, the people are great, and look at the results. I'm able to do everything I did before, and I feel great.
Let's raise a glass to raising oranges the natural way, right here in Florida. Here's to growing oranges on our own soil, never importing them. To a co-op of growers working hard and having something to show for it. Here's to a built-in afternoon snack. To an office with a view. Who needs air conditioning anyway? Here's to orange juice raised right. The only major orange juice brand that's 100% Florida and never imported. Florida's natural.
Okay, so you're over 40, seen a decrease in energy, getting up at night, waking up tired. How about the belly fat? If you didn't have these symptoms in your 20s, you shouldn't have them now. These symptoms can be caused by a decrease in testosterone. Body Shapes Medical will give you back what you once had.
Experience the bold side of water. Sparkling ice, bold flavor, 0 calories, perfectly possible.
Morehead State University and Eagle Trace Golf Course are proud to provide closed captioning for the hearing impaired for IKG.
Hello, I'm PGA professional Chris Hamburger, and today on the Holes of Valhalla, we're going to preview hole number 7, a par 5 measuring 597 yards for the championship. Players will be faced with a choice of direction off the tee. The left or island fairway is a more direct path to the green, allowing players the opportunity to reach the putting surface in 2. The right or more conventional fairway will make the hole a traditional 3-shot par 5. Either way, the players will need to avoid the water-filled quarry in order to have a chance at birdie, one of the few opportunities on the front side.
It's time for our weekly report on Kroger IKG here from French Lick Resort and Spas. We took golf with Dave Harmer, the Director of Golf Operations. And Dave, you know, we've talked about the legends. We always give the information each week on that. But the big announcement happened after our show was off the air last year about the 2015 Senior PGA Championship presented by KitchenAid. Big for you guys.
Yeah, it puts us in a whole new league, I think. The fact that television's going to be there with around the world coverage of all 4 rounds, and you know, those great players over the age 50, you know, Kenny Perry, Bernard Langer, Russ Cochran, got to mention him. He's had a great couple of years on the tour.
Yes, he has. And of course, people may not realize It's been here before, but it was a few years ago.
Yeah, in 1924 we had the PGA Championship here, so 91 years is a long time to go between tournaments, so we hope the next one will come a little sooner.
I know the people were really impressed that came up from the PGA of America of the overall facility.
Yeah, I think, you know, and the relationship between KitchenAid and our company, the parallels are unbelievable. What they've done for Benton Harbor, Michigan, economically, economic development-wise and employment-wise is a lot similar to what the Cook Corporation has done for French Lick and West Baden and Orange County and all of southern Indiana.
Big golf all the time in the Kentuckiana area. That's coming up, the 2015 Senior PGA Championship right here at the Pete Dye Course. Of course, it's presented by KitchenAid.
Let's raise a glass to raising oranges the natural way, right here in Florida. Here's to growing oranges on our own soil, never importing them. To a co-op of growers working hard and having something to show for it. Here's to a built-in afternoon snack. To an office with a view. Who needs air conditioning anyway? Here's to orange juice raised right. The only major orange juice brand that's 100% Florida and never imported. Florida's natural.
Experience the bold side of water. Sparkling ice, bold flavor, 0 calories, perfectly possible.
Welcome to Quail Chase, to 27 holes of spectacular golf. 3 distinct nines, each with a unique personality and character. From the wide-open links style of the South Course to the woodland beauty of the East Nine and the park-like setting of the West, all in absolutely perfect condition. All waiting for you. Call for tee times or book online. Quail Chase, Country Club Golf for the public golfer.
I'm PGA professional Colby Wallets, and I've designed a practice program to help you lower your scores. Perfect Practice, 1 hour a day to the best golf of your life, was designed to promote purposeful practice. Each practice session is divided into 15-minute segments, and each interval has specific drills that will target a key area of your golf game. With my program, you not only get a weekly practice schedule, but we will also have monthly checkups to make sure that your program is fitting your golfing needs. With as little as 2 hours of practice each week, Perfect Practice will have you shooting lower scores. To start your practice program, or if you would like more information on Perfect Practice, please contact me via my website, www.colbywallets.com. And don't forget to ask me about Perfect Practice Ladies Only, my new ladies program designed specifically for the female golfer. So what are you waiting for? Call me today and let's get your game in better shape.
This segment of Kroger IKG is brought to you in high definition by PNC Bank. In partnership with Golf House Kentucky, welcome back to this edition of Kroger Inside Kentucky Golf. Always pleased to come to beautiful Quail Chase Golf Club. And one of the things I always like to come here for, she's been on me because I haven't seen her for a while, Brenda Daniels, the teaching professional here, an LPGA teaching professional, only a couple in the state. Right. Before we talk some other things you do, first of all, it's great to see you.
I know I've missed you. I just thought you forgot about me, Don. Oh. Shame on you, but I forgive you.
Well, she's one of the best teachers around. But before we go into your teaching in Quail Chase, I know you're so excited with your LPGA involvement, particularly with the young ladies. Tell us about it.
Well, Don, I made a decision years ago that my passion was teaching golf, and that's why I chose the route of LPGA. PGA really focuses you on how to run a business. Right. I just want to focus on that. So LPGA has been great. I'm also the director of the LPGA USGA Girls Golf of Louisville, and it's the only site in Louisville. There are 2 other site directors in the state of Kentucky, but I'm the only one here in Louisville. And it's really great. It really promotes girls and golf. It's social. They're going to learn not only just rules and etiquette and skills, but something girls to do together. And I don't like to say this, sometimes you throw little boys in the mix, the girls get a little intimidated. So it's been great. So call me for more information about that program. Even though we started back in April, come on out. You can still jump in the program.
Just call you here at Quail Chase?
Absolutely. Okay. And if you want me to give that number, it's 502-239-2110.
Now, your love for teaching has shown up with the young ladies. The young ladies in Kentucky, Emma Talley wins the women's amateur last year as a 19-year-old, a red shirt on her team, and then she finished second in the Kentucky Women's Open. It's been so good.
It is, and I'm going to tell you, I mean, I remember when I started years ago at Shawnee Golf Course, a little 7-year-old girl. There were no girls. There was only one other girl, and now it's blossoming. Every year, more and more young girls getting involved, and parents really need to understand it's going to be an opportunity for their girl to get a golf scholarship. They just go, they sit there unused. Right. And you don't have to be great at golf, and it's really an opportunity to get a scholarship in a sport, and it's perfect for girls.
Yep. Well, if you want good golf instruction, Brenda Daniels is always here, and I can tell you, she's had male and female students. They all love her very much, but if you're a young lady in particular, she can really get you going the right way. Brenda, great to see you again.
Thanks, Don.
And we'll be back to see you soon, okay?
Thanks a lot. Enjoyed it.
You don't need a tip. Well, you do need a tip. I need a tip. She doesn't. Here's our tip this week on Kroger IKG.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lardner. I'm the assistant golf professional here at Seneca Golf Course. Today's shot we're going to learn about is the bump and run. This shot is one of the easiest shots in golf. Club you're going to use is a 7 or 8 iron, something with a little bit of less loft to keep that ball lower to the ground. Set up for this shot, you want to set up with the ball towards the back of your stance. Your hands are going to be forward of the golf ball. And when you make this stroke, you want to make sure your lower body stays still. The only thing that's going to move is your arms and your shoulders, pretty similar to the putting stroke. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this shot real quick. Not too bad. So basically, bump and run. You want to make sure your lower body stays still, keep your head in the same position, and try to get as close to the hole as possible. Once again, my name is Andrew Lardner. I'm the assistant golf professional here at Seneca Golf Course. If there's anything we can do for your game, please give us a call. Number's 458-9298.
You could win a round of golf for 2 at a Kentucky State Parks golf course. Follow Golf House KY on Twitter and like the Facebook page at Golf House KY.
Ah, the home-brewed taste of Gold Peak iced tea. Just one sip of Gold Peak, and you'll feel right at home, like I do. Because there's nothing better than home-brewed taste to bring you home.
Is that Bob from down the street again?
Uh-huh.
What is he up to?
Making himself at home, I guess.
Oh.
The home-brewed taste of Gold Peak iced tea will make you feel at home wherever you are.
No two people have the same financial goals. PNC Investments works with you to understand yours and helps plan for your retirement. Talk to a PNC Investments financial advisor today.
Welcome to Quail Chase, to 27 holes of spectacular golf. 3 distinct nines, each with a unique personality and character. From the wide-open links style of the South Course to the woodland beauty of the East Nine and the park-like setting of the West, all in absolutely perfect condition, all waiting for you. Call for tee times or book online. Quail Chase, Country Club Golf for the public golfer.
Let's raise a glass to raising oranges the natural way, right here in Florida. Here's to growing oranges on our own soil, never importing them. To a co-op of growers working hard and having something to show for it. Here's to a built-in afternoon snack. To an office with a view. Who needs air conditioning anyway? Here's to orange juice raised right. The only major orange juice brand that's 100% Florida and never imported. Florida's natural.
America's best historic resort. It's right here in your own backyard, says Historic Hotels of America, French Lick Resort. Experience our 2 grand hotels and so much more. Our golf is legendary too. Play the Pete Dye course that will host the Legends of the LPGA Championship in August and the Senior PGA Championship presented by KitchenAid in 2015. Your walk with history starts at FrenchLick.com.
Kroger Inside Kentucky Golf is produced in partnership with Golf House Kentucky and its family of golf organizations, and is sponsored by Kroger and its partners. Florida's Natural Orange Juice, Sparkling Ice, Naturally Flavored Spring Water, and by Coke. Kroger IKG is also sponsored by PNC Bank and Quail Chase Golf Club. It's simply the best 27-hole course in the region. Had a great time today on this edition of Kroger Inside Kentucky Golf. We talk about Quail Chase Golf Club as one of our sponsors all week on the show and every week. And one of the things we like about Quail Chase is the events they have here. And Sarah Luttrell is here. She is the events coordinator. And that's a lot of things here, Sarah, because first of all, you have 3 distinctive 9 holes. That gives you a lot of options, doesn't it?
It really does open us up to a lot of possibilities and a lot of groups that may not be sure if they could do a lot of different options or styles, and it also allows us to have regular play as well as events. So it gives people that are looking for an event and something unique, then we can kind of change up their event from year to year also if they have it here each year.
And you normally can't do that on an 18-hole course. I mean, it could be 8 people. It can be a special thing you can create for just that group. That really makes it unique.
Right, we can customize it. You know, we get a lot of groups that can't really make the shotgun amount, or, you know, or just bringing a group out from the office that are looking for something unique. So with the 3 9s, we're able to incorporate them on maybe 1 9 or throw them in the rotation and allow them to have a special event for themselves, and also maybe some other items such as catering and do their awards as well. So, you know, just because they can't bring the numbers doesn't mean they can't have just as good of a time.
And part of that time, of course, is enjoying the day, and the veranda that you have out here really is set up for some nice groups, whether they're large or small.
Right. The nice thing about Quail Chase is that a lot of our facility is located right here. So we have the veranda that allows them to have their own area as opposed to just, you know, a lounge or something that incorporates them with regular play. And then also all of their carts and everything set up for the events are right here with the range and everything. So it's really convenient whenever they come in, and everything's kind of located in that one space.
And I can tell you, Dave and Sarah and the staff inside do a great job with all the things that they do. And if you just want to play golf on a regular basis, we mention it all the time, the 3 distinctive 9s. It makes it easy for you to play any day of the week, by the way, with the events, and that's a little unusual too.
We do. We get a lot of people that are, you know, looking at Mondays, or they just come in with the preconception that we do only do Monday events, or that we're only open for outings on Mondays. But we just had a tournament on Sunday, last Saturday as well. We have them each day of the week. So depending on kind of what you're looking for and what works best for your group, we can do a weekday or any day of the week event, or morning or afternoon shotgun. So it really, the 3 9s and then being a public course allows us to kind of work with groups a lot more than, say, other places.
Well, I know you're a busy lady because we had to grab you away from everybody to get you out here. But thanks so much, and thanks for being on the show, and you guys do a terrific job
Well,
out
thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate it.
And if you want to come to Quail Chase, great golf, great events, all you got to do is check them out on the web, quailchase.com. Glad to have you along on the show. It's been a beautiful day with a lot of special people, and we'll see you again next week. Promotional consideration provided by All Good Computers. For sales, service, and upgrades, contact Bill Ennis, 502-810-9047.